I explain what they should expect, and it comes in this way. So about a month before their engagement session, I email my clients, and I give them 4 weeks advance notice because I cannot get into an email explanation 1 week, and that could potentially change or pivot their expectation for the shoot. 4 weeks, we can. So I outline what I want from their session. I say in this email, I want them to have a good time. I say in this email, I want them to get great photos. And I say in this email that it's a great opportunity for us to learn and see how we interact with each other before the wedding day. So I outline my goals. Secondly, then I list what I'm expecting from them. What I expect from them is to be on time, that they are eligible for 1 outfit change, and you can offer outfit tips if they need them. They get 1 location change. And what I also ask them to do is to ensure that that location or either of the locations don't have anything that could affect our shoot. It could be under construction. You might have to pay a shoot fee. You might need a permit. All of those things, I abdicate the responsibility to them to handle that. Because I don't want to show up to the engagement session and the client's like, Jasmine, why didn't you get the shoot permit? Because then I would think, well, you can get the shoot permit. Like what? Like I have to tell them, if we need one, you must get it. Now, then I refer to him as the groom, but it's usually fiancé. 99% of my correspondence is with the bride. So in this case, when I say fiancé, I largely mean the counterpart to my client interaction. Request that your fiancé watches slideshows in advance. Because what was happening was I would get these guys to come to shoots, and the girls were excited and they're amped because they had been seeing my photos on Facebook. They were excited, they were feeling good. And the guy would show up, be like, yeah, doing this for her. All right, so how long is this gonna be? There's a game, right? So we have been at this point to where it's like, I don't know how to make you want this. But what I noticed is if I asked the girl to ask her fiancé to watch the slideshow, he would then see how much it meant to her. Because he just thinks it's just a thing to check off of the wedding day things to do. And for her, she's like, oh, do you see it? Can you catch my vision? And most guys just, happy wife, happy life. They'll just be like, okay. Then it changes the dynamic of how they get to the shoot being prepared. And then they know that I'm not there to make them look cheesy. I really want them to be confident in the approach of shooting when they have their fiancé. Then I ask I encourage them to get their hair and makeup done. It can be potentially uncomfortable to ask a bride to do this, but then I explain why. I say, if you're wondering how your makeup or hair will appear in wedding photographs, this would be a great trial run. Furthermore, most brides get a trial run for their hair and makeup before the wedding day, and then what happens is you get it done, and then are you gonna go grocery shopping after? You're gonna go bowling? The fact that we can actually kill 2 birds with 1 stone is a great opportunity for you to see how it photographs. And then brides are mostly like, hey, that's a great idea. But from a logistical perspective, we know as photographers that when hair and makeup is professionally done, it photographs better. It simply does. So if you want something, it's totally okay to ask for it. And also, I ask to see if they're going to be bringing props. I don't want to show up to a shoot and then be like, oh, there's a sofa in a field, right? Then I need to figure out how does this change the logistical lay of the land? So I have to prepare myself, and then I have to let them know what I'm expecting. Then it comes time for prep. So I've outlined my goals, I let them know what I'm expecting, and then I prep them. I tell my clients that I want them to feel comfortable. So if you're starting to notice that there's going to be a pattern, is I'm telling them what I want at minimum 1 month to the engagement session. Then when we arrive at the engagement session, I'm telling them again, I want them to be comfortable. I encourage them for freedom of movement. I come in and I say, I want your ideas. If you want to go to a particular place, let me know. I tell them I shoot digitally. So if you see something that you think could potentially be a good idea, let me know. But then I follow up with, if it doesn't work, it won't make the edit. There's no pressure. Offering me the back door so that if the client's like, I want to stand on this stump. I have really had a client, there was a stump in just this random park, and she wanted her and her fiancé to stand on the stump. And I'm like, and at this point, I had already given myself a back door saying, okay, if it doesn't work. So I was like, totally, let's stump this photo, right? Like, I'm like, great. I did not make the edit. And when she had said, oh, did any of those photos from the stump work out? And I said, unfortunately, the light wasn't right and it wasn't the most complimentary because you guys were at such a high angle. That was it. Had I not given myself the back door, she would have expected that photograph in her edit. Then I explain how beautiful I find confidence. I have to let them know I'm seeding already. You guys see that I want them to be comfortable, I want them to have a good time, and I explain that I like confidence. So then I'm already giving them the permission to be confident upon arrival. Lastly, I send ideas, encouragement, and if my clients are shooting at a location that I have shot at before, I send them links to engagement sessions that I have shot to give them an idea of what they can expect. If a client wants to know what she should be wearing, if the location is okay, I want her to feel really good so that she's not second guessing everything. So that she did all the second guessing in the front end, I assuage those worries, she arrives looking and feeling beautiful, ready to deliver. Now, does it sound like a lot of work? Yes. But the more work you do in advance, the higher likelihood you are to be having a really successful engagement session.